Good morning. I just wanted to come on today and talk to you guys about things that you can do for your own mental well-being right now. I know there's a lot of like self-care talk out there right now, and I'm not necessarily talking about that because while it is important that do take care of ourselves, like that is not the most important thing in the world, but there are times where you're going to need a few minutes to step away and a few things to like make your day a little better. So I want to talk about some things you can do that will help. The first one is if you can wake up before your kids, all the difference in the world, right? It makes a huge difference. You get a little bit of alone time, you get some productivity in, and you get to have coffee by yourself or with your spouse. It's amazing. I am not necessarily going to wake up before my kids' phase of life right now because I am pregnant, but when I do, it makes a huge difference. Another thing I would like you to think about is somewhere where you can be alone in your house for 4 to 5 minutes, maybe just 3, where you can step away and it can be quiet and you can have some peace of mind and when you just need to step away for a few minutes, where can you go? So I can go stand in my garage for a few minutes or go sit out there. There's a bench out there. I can go sit in my backyard. I can do a lot of things. Sometimes I just go take a bath or a shower because I need to do those things regularly, and people aren't going to come in. Well, sometimes little kids do, but it gives you a few minutes to yourself and something you could do to take care of yourself, and you almost always feel better after that. Something else I do is on my grocery list, I add regularly the things that are going to help. So sometimes I'll add a special treat in that is normally for adults only. So I might have a special chocolate hidden somewhere, or just a fun treat hidden that sometimes my husband and I will enjoy, or if I'm like really going insane because I might happen to be an emotional eater, that I can just step away and just one little tiny thing will make a big difference. I also, for example, I've been adding sparkling water to my grocery list each week, right this week, like even during the stay-at-home order, I make sure I have sparkling water in there because it is something special I can have, and then it feels like a treat, and it's not horrible for me, but it's just something little. Can you add good pencils? So if you're using garbage pencils, you're going to hate them. Nothing is an ad or sponsored ever. Well, at least, yeah, it's not. These are Ticonderoga pencils, and they are absolutely the best. If you notice, sometimes school lists will say like pre-sharpened Ticonderoga pencils or just Ticonderoga pencils. They are more expensive than regular pencils. I buy them like 96 at a time in a box from Sam's Club, but you don't have to do that. At the beginning of the year, I buy a whole box and we put them aside, and we will go through them all, but they don't break like regular pencils. Their eraser actually functions like an eraser should function, and their lead is much more centered, so you almost always get a good sharpening. That is not something you will find on cheap pencils, and they're easy to sharpen. So we love these. Good pencils are worth the investment for us. So this might be something that would make your life better. What about nice ink pens? Do you like how certain ink pens write? Would that make teaching your kids at home better for you right now? What about Post-it notes? Maybe you don't have any. Maybe you do and you just need a cute one, and you can spend 97 cents to $2. I almost said a store name, at a store I can say it, Walmart. At Walmart, you could maybe put it in your grocery order, and you could have a cute Post-it note that will help you keep track of things. Do you need a cute notebook right now, or just something plain even, maybe a composition book, to help you keep everything organized? What are things that you can add to your next grocery list, whether you're going in or ordering it through like a grocery pickup service, that will help keep your sanity right now? Something we use in my house that keeps me organized for school and keeps me sane is a software program, and again, not advertising, just telling you. called Homeschool Planet, and I have multiple children all at different grade levels. And sometimes that can be really hard to keep track of everybody's work and where they are and how much they got done. And if you need to keep grades, it does that for you too. It is a subscription, and I pay like $15 a month for it. For us, it's worth it. It may not be worth it for you, but it really is for us. I'm not going to go into different types of homeschooling methods, but ours, you have some group subjects like one room schoolhouse style where you do it all together, and then the work is allocated out based on grade level. So we all will read the same thing, and then I will assign different things out based on like what grade you're in, how old you are. That helps me keep track of that. We also do like a rotational schedule for some things. So we do poetry twice a week, and it helps me keep track of what days we're studying our poet on. We also do picture studies, but only once a week. And right now we're studying Constable, and it helps me keep track of that because I can be a little scatterbrained. I don't know about you right now. Every day feels like Groundhog Day because we can't go anywhere and our normal schedule markers are gone. So I need reminders because I may not even remember what day of the week it is, to be completely honest with you, and this keeps track for me. We really enjoy it. We really like it. We'll use it again next year. Probably might be something that would help you, might not be. So it would be something you would want to look at. But if you think about the little tiny things that make your life easier, would it make your life easier to have a box of tissues where you do your schoolwork with your kids so people aren't running in and out? Would it make your life easier for them to bring a cup of water with a lid on it to the class area? We have a designated schoolroom, and it is upstairs away from our kitchen. So sometimes we will bring up a glass of water with us, and we will bring a tiny bowl of snacks. Even though food's not supposed to leave the kitchen, it's not realistic for us to sit up here and get all of our schoolwork done in one fell swoop and kids still be starving. Do you need some pretty artwork that you could just print off the internet to make your room a little happier? Do you need to just print off some 8x10 planners and write everything out every day? What do you need? What makes things a little easier on you right now? What brightens your day? What gives you a break? And what allows you to practice this teeny bit of non-selfish self-care? Because I'm not saying like ignore your children and go hide. Like that's... I understand we might all feel better if we did that temporarily, but that's not realistic. So we need to think of little tiny ways that throughout the day, we can make it easier to make it through the day. So what would work for you? What are some little things? And if you want to actually share them below in the comments, they might help other people too. So I hope you all have a wonderful day and know you can do this.